Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making a variation of this card. The technique I'm calling rainbow watercolour wash. It's a really quick and simple technique that gives you great results every time, and I'm really excited to share it with you. The card is actually using the Beautiful You stamp set, which is available in the Stamping Up annual catalogue. If you would like to purchase any of the items that you see in today's video, there'll be links below. So whether you're watching this on YouTube or watching this on my blog, you'll be able to click on the shop links straight away. So let's get started and get crafting. So this is the card. I'm just going to quickly run through all the things that you're going to need, and then I'm going to show you the technique. So I have 5 different re-inkers. They're all from the Bright, so it's Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay and Gorgeous Grape. And I've actually put the re-inkers into the lids, and I'm using re-inkers because I want really deep, vibrant colours. Because we are watercolouring, I'm using StazOn, which is a solvent-based ink pad. StazOn smells of marzipan. It's delicious, but it does say very carefully on the back, do not inhale. So try not to smell the StazOn. I am using shimmery white cardstock, which is this card. You can see it's a slightly different shade. It's slightly bit more vanilla than Whisper White, and it has got this lovely sparkle and sheen. It's a heavyweight cardstock, and it takes watercolour perfectly. I've got a Wink of Stella, Tombow, an aqua painter, a pot of water, and some kitchen roll. Oh, and the stamp set that I'm using is Beautiful You, which is a really lovely stamp set. So first up, I am going to ink up the lady and get her stamped. Oh, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so that's why we have an emergency side. So plenty of ink, lots of tapping. Press it down, give it a nice good press. There we go, that's much better. And then just pop the greeting on. Ta-da! Okay, so in order to get the colour wash, what we're going to have to do is work quite quickly. Now I've done this a few times and I have realised that I can do this much better if I don't talk at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through what I'm going to do, but then the doing of it, I will actually do it silently so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. So I've got my pot of water, and for each colour I'm going to pick up the re-inker from the lid and put the colour down. And then I've got to be quick, so I've got to clean the brush and go to the next colour, because I want to start putting the next colour over the edge before it's dry. And again and again and again. So let's just see how that pans out. So I've got a nice wet water brush, got my Poppy Parade, there we go. So there's the last colour. Now I've got my kitchen roll, just going to clear up that little dot there, and obviously because of the water on it, this is going to bow a little bit, so I'm just going to encourage it to curve the other way so that the ink doesn't run off the edges. So I'm just going to do that like that. Okay, so as you can see, the colours are kind of merging into one another. They look quite dark at the moment, but as time goes on, they will lighten. So I'm just going to move that out of the way and just bring in a few that I made earlier. So you can just see, firstly, that they're all different, but you can see how the colours kind of react. This is the driest one. This is one I'm going to be working on in a minute. And then these are sort of the ones that are a bit wetter. So we'll leave those to dry. Whilst I'm doing that, let me just get the inside of the card. And I've got one of the little splat stamps. So I've got a little bit of decoration on the inside of the card. So the next thing I am going to do is the water splats. So can you see these lovely splats here? That's what I'm going to do next. And what you need to do is get your aqua painter with some clean water and put a few drops into your hand. Put a few more in. And then the only way I can describe this is to make your hand into like a beak or a claw. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your fingers in that puddle and splat it onto the card. Now, the more you splat, the more splats you'll have. And I know that you'll look at this and you go, I can't see anything. But you just have to have faith that it's there. And then you have to wait for half a minute. And with any luck, the camera is going to be picking up that some of these spots are just going a little bit lighter. And what's actually happening is the water is reacting to the ink and it's sucking up the pigment, sucking up the colour. So the longer you leave it, the better it's going to look. So I think that's been about a minute. What I'm going to do now, let me fold this kitchen roll over, is pop that on the top. You'll be able to see that the colour's going to come up from there. And then look, that's so cool. It's just such a cool technique. And it's almost like it's bleaching the ink. It's really lovely. So of course you can leave it like that if you want to. That looks really cool. But if you want a little bit of added bling, then use your wink of Stella. And what I'm going to do is just give it a squeeze just to make sure that there's plenty of ink on the brush tip. And then if you use a marker or your aqua painter and then just flick, you're going to get more splats on there as well. So you're going to get water droplets and silvery splats, and you've got the shimmer cardstock splats. It's just so cool. Okay, so let's get this card finished. And yeah, there we go. Right, so Tombow. So that's the inside layer. Now, normally I would suggest that you leave this layer a little while. Although the main bit of it was quite dry, obviously we've put more water on it now, and obviously you've got the splats as well. So it's a bit wrinkly. But for the purposes of the video, I am going to just stick it down now. And there we go. Oh. So there you have it. There's your finished card. Another one here. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed this technique, rainbow watercolour wash. I would love to hear from you. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com. You can also leave me comments, and whether they're on my blog or on YouTube, I respond to every single one. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. So enjoy your crafting, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.